to know the truth and desperate to know the real issues confronting the country.
If you think they will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country.
Well, I can lie. The government, all the ministers in the government, they can lie. They don't put out also everything they say. They don't say the truth.
The people of Liberia, if you allow the opposition to win, you will suffer. The Liberians will suffer.
And the facts surrounding those issues, there is only one forum that provides the answer. It's Face the Issue on Kings FM. John Antonin April Godson Williams, commonly known as Teacher Live, from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the most analytical and most stimulating conversation training for the day.
That's the funny thing about Unity Park. In a football game, if we were playing a tournament, they beat us today and we drop out of the tournament. Our focus now is not the tournament again. Unity Party get their opponent, the Liberian people, they lead the Liberian people, then they come back to their team, then they defeated. Everyone said that they put a crack away. You know, but when I say so.
On Face the Issue, we speak out the fact in advocating for the right of Liberia. Face the Issue brings you logic, explain logic, and advance you to discuss with logic. It's Face the Issue. Comes on your airway from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Kings FM 88.5. Don't miss it.
Our government secure all finance of all roads in the country. Who are assigned in 10-year electricity financing. 10 years.
When Liberians are desperate for leadership to deliver, desperate to know the truth, and desperate to know the real issues confronting the country.
If you think they will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country.
Well, I can lie. The government, all the ministers in the government, they can lie. They don't put out also everything they say. They don't say the truth.
The people of Liberia, if you allow the opposition to win, you will suffer. The Liberians will suffer.
And the facts surrounding those issues, there is only one forum that provides the answer. It's Face the Issue on Kings FM. John Antonin April Godson Williams, commonly known as Teacher Live, from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the most analytical and most stimulating conversation training for the day.
That's the funny thing about Unity Park. In a football game, if we were playing a tournament, they beat us today and we drop out of the tournament. Our focus now is not the tournament again. Unity Party get their opponent, the Liberian people, they lead the Liberian people, then they come back to their team, then they defeated. Everyone said that they put a crack away. You know, but when I say so.
On Face the Issue, we speak out the fact in advocating for the right of Liberia. Face the Issue brings you logic, explain logic, and advance you to discuss with logic. It's Face the Issue. Comes on your airway from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Kings FM 88.5. Don't miss it.
Liberians, I have received today news of the evictions and destructions of our party headquarters. Unfortunate and regrettable as this is. I wish to encourage all Liberians, especially our supporters and sympathizers, to stay calm, remain law-abiding, and respect due process in the interest of our democracy, the rule of law, and the peaceful coexistence among all Liberians, irrespective of party, social, ethnic, or tribal affiliations. Fellow Liberians, fellow partisans of the Coalition for Democratic Change, today we witness yet another testament of the Unity Party government gross disregard for the rule of law. Emboldened by impunity, they continue to abuse power, testing our nation's fragile peace and democracy. Their list of violations grows daily, from police brutality against ordinary citizens to outright disregard of court orders. We must, however, take the high road in the interest of peaceful coexistence. I urge everyone to remain calm, law-abiding, and respectful of due process, despite this partisan political mischiefs from the Unity Party government. In the legal battle over the ownership of the CDC headquarters, our party has always followed the rule of law and openly stated its willingness to abide by the court final ruling, regardless of the outcome. Yet, before the battle was fully exhausted, the trigger-happy partisans leadership of the police force, with direct instruction from Bouaka himself, spurred into actions. This was not a lawful eviction. It was a failed mission to destroy and erase the CDC in an attempt to fulfill the very wish Bouaka has repeatedly expressed to his lieutenants. While executing this criminal act, amid the cheers of their partisans, they failed to notice the loud silence of the vast majority of ordinary Liberians. Our people are in disbelief at this administration. Reckless behavior in its quest to consolidate power. Posterity will punish them harshly, while the loss of our office building is a setback. I want to emphasize that it is only temporary. We shall overcome this sooner rather than later. Thanks to your unwavering commitment, determination, and resilience, fellow citizens, coalitions, well-wishers, and sympathizers. Fellow partisans, do not be despaired. While we admit these are difficult times, our party has faced worse situations, even from the very same actors we see today, and we have emerged stronger. We shall prevail. The UP leadership under Bouaka are destroyed, but we are builders. A special national headquarters delivery committee is being established to immediately begin the construction work so that we can have a modern state-of-the-art new home in record time. We shall execute this while we embark on a national tour to inform our people. In my journey to heights I have achieved, I have seen such hiccups before. We shall never waver. Together we will build. We are survivors by history. We are blessed with the spirit that overcomes even the most tragedies and misfortune. Remember the unity, strength, and identity of our party and coalition are not formed in bricks and mortar. They live in the minds, hearts, and fighting spirit of our teaming supporters. Therefore, I call on every member of the party, our sympathizers, to mobilize and focus our energies on constructing our next premises. I must be clear, resist the temptation to take the law into your own hands. However disappointed we are by this outcome, I call on each of you to continue respecting the law and due process. Fellow partisans, well-wishers, and sympathizers, I am optimistic about the political future of our party. Together we will build a better home land for our party. So help me God. God bless Liberia.
We have seen a systematic erosion of democracy, executive overreach, and disregard for our constitution, lawlessness in the legislature, with the presidency turning a blind eye, even when the hall of our democracy go up in flames. Security forces brutalizing peaceful citizens, while millions are being spent on so-called operations that offer no protection to ordinary Liberians. They said We were the problem. But now the Liberian people can see for themselves. The real problem is the unity party that is now in power. The time has come to speak the truth without fear. This government is failing and Liberia is paying the price. For seditions, let us not lose hope. Even the longest night must give way to daylight. Even the strongest storm must pass. We are still winning and we are still strong. We will not give up on Liberia. We will not give up on our people. And we will never give up on CDC. We are the party of the slums and the city. We are the voice of the voiceless. We are the protectors of the poor and the defender of their dreams. From New Fruta to Pinsville, from Buchanan to Mines, from Sunny Village to Shasta, the CDC remains in the hearts of the people. This rally is a clear sign. We are reorganizing, we are preparing, we are coming back. I said to you, we are coming back. But in order to do that, we must build a strong, together we must fortify the one institution that can correct the failure of the Buhari administration. And that institution is the Mighty Coalition for Democratic Change. This is why I call on all of you today, not just to believe, but to act. Not just to hope, but to build. Let us invest in the movement that has invested in you. Let us pay our due so that the party remains financially and politically prepared. Your dues are more than money. They are a seed of commitment, a pledge of loyalty, and a symbol of hope. I am so proud to launch this due payment campaign today because it means that you, the grassroots, you, the real owner of this party, are ready to step forward, take charge, and prepare for the future. As your political leader, I promise you this: we will not rest, we will not retreat, we will organize, mobilize, and energize until we reclaim the leadership of Liberia. Let us do it the CDC way, peacefully, lawfully, strategically, and respectfully. Because when our time comes, and it will come, believe me, we must be ready not just to win, but to govern better. We must correct the wrongs, improve the system, and restore the dignity of the Liberian people. So let us unite, let us rise, let us believe, and let us build. And to all our young people, I say, stay focused, stay clean, stay strong. To our women, you are the backbone of this movement. Keep right. To our elders, the wisdom is still needed. Stay with us. And to our opponent, we see the failure and we are coming to face it. Again, as the great Nelson Mandela said in a quote, it always seems impossible until it is done. Unquote. The party is alive, strong and mighty. The revolution shall continue. A belief we will uphold to death. The future is not beyond us. The future is still ahead. And together we will get there. And so I want to close with this advice. Wait well Liberia and Liberian will call on again. And therefore, be prepared to win again and lead again. Remember, we are the common people. So let us all unite for the betterment of our country and our people.
And the government need to really invest. The people like you that get the type of structure. They come say even they could just be getting you $1 million for the budget year. Every year they give you $1 million. You impact a lot of things.
If I were president of this country, I should God show you his wonder. You never believe it. We told Joshua for what? Then a footballer.
Yeah.
A football the very country. A football be medicine there.
No.
We have to Ellen Johnson because she's from Harvard University.
Yeah.
How the book different? No passion for development. Then we move Joshua who put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
He said me.
Connections there, you now get it. Yeah.
No connection.
Yeah. Just say that all kind of things that just happen here. You know, I'm sure no heat, no tea.
When he was 12 years old, Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. He was traveling from country to country and kept a man in his garage for 12 years, according to Boyka himself.
Yes.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yes. Uh-huh.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West.
Yeah.
He does not have that contact. The Senate got a trap for Boyka.
Okay.
Because when we have wrote, the Senate did a comprehensive report of their findings and attached the Supreme Court ruling and the amnesty law and everything. And the position statement for those commissioners who decided from Berdia to where. And said the way forward is a Panama House discussion for peace. Then when Boyka come now, he is deceived by coming there, by the Delon there, Nombi there, and he now where he's just thinking all kind of way Boyka, all kind of thing. He want to go after people. Then, the CDC still control the lower house, the upper house.
Mm-hmm.
So they went, talking away, talking of thing they did, but they did a resolution that passed because of money crossing.
Yeah.
Then they sent it to the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Then something happened. Wow! All that they almost signed to Yombi house. Then they brought it that Tuesday morning. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Oh! Then when I heard what was happening, it was remain 2 persons to sign. That was me, that was Bani, Jim Bani. Now when I went to Kum, I said, what is going on? You were here when we had sent paper, and you were here with our own leadership, and we sent the report with all documents, legal documents, to guide here. Then Boyka benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the election in 2011 because he was not the one with Ellen.
You're right.
He benefited.
You're right.
Then after serving our brother for 12 years now, he's now president now. We finished campaign for that kind of old man, then he wants to persecute us. You don't going to persecute us. So what is going on with Kun? Then Kun said, well, what I will do for you is to help you with lawyer. Your partner said, go look for lawyer. It was from Kun office, my own son office that I went and signed a resolution. I remember saying them, why you all did this? You know what they told me?
No.
Resolution is not a law. So starting the resolution, I mean, we agree. Bring it now. When Boyka send a bill, they will not put all the law they put in now and back it.
Oh, okay. That was a smart move.
I said correct move. Yeah, correct move.
Okay, so it also includes the payment.
Respected. Today, you can say that you're taking the person off because he associated with somebody. No, but you see, we are different. The respect I have for Ellen Johnson, I kept that respect. And the respect I kept for her, to respect the laws of the Republic. I even work with Ellen Johnson as a peace ambassador. I don't have issue of keeping the peace of the country. Of course, we are peaceful. But we will not allow people to break our laws and then intimidate people and we just sit. That would never happen. You know, we in opposition, Ellen Johnson, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, let me give her the respect because that's somebody that I respect so much. She did some things that we disagree and we went to her and spoke to her. By the rule of law, you know, we have the right to protest and we protest, we went to Ellen and she understood that. She came on the table and we talked.
We are pleased that tens of thousands of Liberian citizens have peacefully converged on the grounds and the premises of the capital. We are here to submit a petition statement to tell Joseph Boakai enough is enough. I am not the petitioner. I have only been called upon to introduce a program. So, and now the essence of this program. We are proud of you. We are happy for you. We expect today that Mr. Joseph Yima Boakai, President Joseph Yima Boakai will come here and receive this petition from his local vote. Thank you. We know. Hello. We know Mr. Boakai suffers chronic physical and mental incapacitation problem. We know that. So if he will not come, we will understand. But then he must at least send his vice president to come here. He must at least send his vice president to come here and receive the petition. We are peaceful. We simply want to submit to him our set of grievances and make demands that are reasonable. Hello? If President Boakai or his vice president will not come here, we just received information that they are sending Rachel Koo to come here and receive petition. Listen. Hello. Thank you. Now. So, we are saying the tens of thousands of Liberians representing the over 6 million citizens of this country are saying we will never submit a petition to a regular speaker.
Okay, so let's start up now. This is it right here on this very time. I want to say welcome to the program Face the Issues here on Kings 88.5. And I remember we are right here together today, Thanksgiving Day, and the day is as though nothing is happening. And I did ask several persons as to whether or not they could attend churches, whether government was able to have a specific issues about it, where any of the government officials who have attended. And sometimes some of the grounds for Thanksgiving who have been at the Providence Baptist Church or maybe the Centennial Memorial Pavilion. And those are areas that we could have had these kind of occasions so that we tend to observe it. But as a matter of fact, the day is just passing by as any other day. But again, we are grateful to the Almighty God that we are right here together doing what we can for our country. And no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. So we are here together and we are grateful. We are forever grateful and we are so excited that God continue to execute his plans accordingly for us. So we can't wait. We can't wait. 2029 is just around the corner. In fact, the CDC or the opposition has successfully taken the government's focus off the tenure they've got. The opposition has forced the government into contemplating 2029. So as a result, the government itself has lost focus. It is the opposition that driving the narrative now. The opposition is driving the narrative because everything the opposition talking about is 2029, and the government has now, found itself swallowed into the opposition narrative. That's all we're seeing now. That's all we're seeing now. So the government has lost focus. So where they are now, 2029, you see that we are not coming back. So the 2029 in their heads. So 2029 in their heads. They are not contemplating on thinking, the similar measure is what the CPP used. Immediately we are got in power, it didn't take long to form the CPP. They want to bring the issue about the 2023 election. But George Weah and his team were very smart. We are not going to 2023 election. So they stuck the CPP. In fact, what they did successfully that destroyed the CPP is to start going on with developmental initiatives that destroy the whole idea of the CPP. They started fighting among themselves. But now as we speak, and I, like my friend and brother, Julius J. and myself were just talking yesterday. He said, one thing the government is struggling with, they have not been able to touch the CDC base. And their own base is in shambles. Because you found a letter of Waterspoon who used to support them. There are several people who used to support them who are not supporting them anymore. Those were the voices they had. And they are disappointed about the CDC base. And he said it clearly. He said, AB, and that's the base you guys sit on. They can't touch that base. They can't touch that base. That base is set and stuck. You can't touch it. And that's the base we have managed to continue for the last 2 years now. And one thing we have done to the base is not to lie to the base. And one thing we have assured them is that we're never going to let them down. And that's the base that we've got. And that base has managed, and that base has managed to shift the government's attention from governance to campaign. So as a result, the government attention is into campaign mode. So now if you're asking a government official now, they'll be telling you, say, 2029, we are not talking about 2029. They want. So 2029 they discuss, because that is what we made them to now discuss. We made them to lose focus of their government, and we pushed them to 2029. So we have indeed fast forward their own government unknown to them, and they have followed us, and they are dancing to the rhythm of the music, right? We have fast forward their entire turning. We have successfully fast forwarded. So now it's fast forwarded. So their entire focus now is just what? 2029. And that is where we took them. We took them from, so their entire 6 years they're looking at now is useless to them. They are more worried about 2029 than the one they have now that they have to do something. So as a result, we are successful in doing that. And I'm telling you people, these are all strategies that you may not know your strength in it. The strength in it. This base is a focus base, never to be distracted easily. They are never to be confused easily. And this is what it is. So we have taken the government focus off governance and we push them to 2029. So where we stop them is where they will be. And what we say is what they will say. Anything we do is what they will do. That's why they have left they have taken their entire focus off governance. And they focus on. Look at what happened to them in recent days. They say they had, don't know the whole thing about the visa something that was Vlabian. So now that the visa something, they trash it away. They got ready, they brought the other one. And something I'm about to talk about tonight is be very general for them. These guys, they are rogues. I told you, there's something, there are things that I will say, I may not have the fact for now, but I will have that intuition. God will share with me something, say, AB, say this, but I will supply you with it. And I have something clearly to avail to you people here tonight concerning the bosses that they brought in. Criminal activities went on. Now I can verbally tell you how the criminal activities went on because we have in our possession. We have in our possession the full contract between the NTA and that of the ABK. That guy who get a right up and say, I don't know whatever it is. He don't want to be going on. You know, that group, the whole boss, mini buses, the big buses, then about trucks, and those single trucks, whatever. Everything they put it together is 3.9 million United States dollars. That's what we're talking about here. So you see what I was talking about the last time that somebody stole money, and as they were reading the paper, I say, hey man, no one's I will get saying you are visually impaired according to you. Your fellow visually impaired people are in the streets protesting. Then you sitting at NTA and you're stealing money. And was I will get saying Baka have made everybody to be rogue to the extent that even visually impaired people who are working as government, they are all rogues, and they are all doing these things. Can you imagine? Noah Sawu Gibson and sitting down right to NTA and they play in money while their fellow blind people are protesting because of abject poverty, neglect. I read that document and said, wow, these people are rogues. Why is it that Baka just making everyone to be heartless? Everyone to be heartless. What kind of behavior are they in this country? By the way, that's what they voted for. That's what some of you voted for. So that is why it is. So we are very grateful, and I will share with you that document. Which is very important. I will talk about it. And I just meant to tell you that you will know that the narratives are shifted by the opposition. That's why you see, instead of them governing, they have gone into propaganda mode. They have gone into propaganda mode because we have put them into it. We stuck them into the mode. Now, they use propaganda to come to power. That's what opposition will use as a tool. Now, it is very difficult for a government to maintain that tool, right? It's either you transition it from propaganda to realities where the people will see. But what we have successfully done, because we have shifted, we have made them to think that they're not governing at all. We have shifted the entire mode to 2029. So they got to jump back into their same propaganda mode because they now get 2029 in their heads. That's why you see all these things they are doing. Oh, we are sick. The other one said, the other one is that we are the one that creating the narratives. We are the one that driving those narratives. We are the one that pushing them into doing that. So as a result, every other thing you see them doing, they are confused because where we are, this is where we are. And we are very excited that we are controlling it, and we'll continue like this. We'll continue. These guys don't have any sense of direction. That's why the best with people like, oh, you know how many times that came in this country, then a job, we are signal business, you will believe. You know how many times these people have killed me in this country? Check come on AB, if they can lie on me big time like this and say I not die, plenty of time this that, then a George we are story, you all can be believe. I beg you, yeah. Come on AB, who is nobody? Who is nobody? I'm not even contemplating representative, senatorial, or maybe presidential, nothing like that. If they can lie and be passing around because their propaganda had always shifted towards people like us because they know the power we have. It continue, and there's nothing they can do to shift us away because they said that we are belly driven. But I don't know where the money is now for which we are doing what we're doing. And besides that, we are still good. And let me tell you, when someone else see me in the street, they can get body ahead because some of them said like if you talking to them when I see them, they can be looking hungry. So as a result, they just need to bury a hair shame and fly away. Because of Abraham, God sent me. I'm flying around very hard because the man whom I'm associating with, the man whom God had directed me to support, is a man who flies hard. He carries a spirit of excellence. So there's no basis of me supporting or be associating with him. Then I don't have that spirit of excellence. He carries the spirit of joy, happiness. Even when things are going haywire, he is there, happy, and everything else he's doing it. So what a big deal about it? So I think, we are very grateful to the Almighty God that we are right here, and I can assure you, over the weekend, you will see him flesh and blood, attending those functions that he originated from, and he's invited for some of those functions in Morocco. He's supposed to be there, and as part of the panelists. So we are here, and you will see him. So you don't mind those people who are passing around with information here and there and saying all kinds of things. With God, all things are possible. And I'm very grateful to the Almighty God that he continues to guide us and protect all of us. The man whom they're supposed to be worried about is Joseph Yuma Boaka, who has demonstrated that he's sick. And there's nothing else. And I always told you people, I don't know why you're United Party, but you're going to match us. When I was reporting Joseph Boaka's sickness, I was showing your pictures. Not AR. I'll show you your pictures. If I start saying, oh, you're wrong. I can remember one time, Unity Party posted the government at the CCTV. They start accusing my boss man, oh man, same sign. Oh, they say that the NSA that went there to go get the CCTV camera footage, and that those CCTV camera footages that they are sharing with Abraham Williams, they start accusing same sign all over because they knew that all those information that we were giving, they were all factual. Factual. Any picture we get about Joseph Boakai, not AR, nothing. Factual thing and what we're doing. Look, we speak with facts. In fact, the last time Joseph Boakai was talking about how he went to hospital, he was in a hospital in Ghana. Then I know somebody you put picture and he say, any person say are sick, but he was in hospital saying that one there. He had gone for a checkup. Then he came from the checkup area because the doctor and he said, yeah, you fit, you can go back. Then he sat down there. He said, any people say are sick, but he in hospital and he was doing that one there. Could you imagine? Then you're sitting down, you're looking at ever putting we are who get what they call that. No, let me tell you people, you will learn the hard way because you're full of lies. And some of us don't lie easily because the people who follow us, we don't want to deceive them. Even if I personally AB want to lie, I can lie about my private life. It's not about public issues that depend on the trust of the people. I will not do that. I can personally lie to you, say, AB, I'm coming there, I will not do this or whatever it is. I can shift time, schedules, commitments, and other things in my private life. I don't say I can lie. Yeah? There are things that I may promise you that I will do this, but because of some challenges, then I start evolving all those things there, I can lie in that one. I don't tell you, say I'm perfect. I'm telling you anything that comes to public information that I think the public will heavily depend on to rely on to use for consumption purpose, I will not lie on that one. If I'm not able to do it, I will leave it. I will not assume authority that I don't have. I will not. So that's just the commitment we have had to the people. Nothing else. Because of integrity. Though they're not forcing us, I could walk out, I could do anything I want to do. Nobody, whatever it is, I go on my life. Do I really have to care like other people who don't care? No, but we do care because the people whom God has directed us to, they are there and they are supposed to be respected. This is what it is. We have never ever lied to you. In fact, on the night of the election, when I told you people that CDC had won the election, and I told you the reason why, there were variables that could point to why CDC had won, because United Party people said they were going to announce the result the earliest, right? In fact, Amara Kone said that before 12, they will finish announcing all the results already. The rescue will finish winning the election. But we're still on 12. 1, 2. In fact, the guys were now deflecting on their spoon network because they knew the elections were gone away from them. So they resorted to their plan B. And that is where CDC was very lackadaisical. That dance we were doing was the dance of victory that night, because all the variables who could come outside, you see the spoon network went quiet. Everyone, because we were still calling results into places. Early in the morning hours now, when they were doing stuffing and doing all those things there now, that when Amara Kone, who had a very strong relationship with most of these NEC officers in the counties, the county officers, right? Whatever it is. Yeah. Because the Amara then created most of those guys. They the one made most of the, it was on early administration. They got most of the guys in those places and things. So Amara has a good relationship with them. So when they were now executing things and then placing it for Unity Party, how you saw Amara was able to now announce results that were identical to what the NEC was going to announce. When you have the result in your head and you know that you are getting the full fledged from those people, the heads, you can now know what it is. And this is where CDC gave up. And the election result, what they even thought, because that game that they play, it was subject to challenge. So when they saw Koji then making moves to say we want to challenge the result, if CDC already challenged the result, all those stuff in there they did that thing that they were going to be exposed heavily. Because CDC had its own ballot papers and everything in hand. And they were reporting different things. So the only thing that will happen is to challenge it. When you challenge it, they will reopen your boxes. There will be recounts. And when recounts are done, you will know that some numbers that are there not supposed to be there. And that what they didn't want. That's why you saw Prince Johnson When Nima County, they send Yekede in the street, they start saying, oh, they try, any result will damage the whole country, will spoil the whole country. All the noise that they were causing now, that, oh, we are just looking and say, no, they put in the off for something else. Let's just leave it and go. We'll never lie to you because we don't believe in lies. Yeah. So we are very grateful to the Almighty God for everything. So all the things that they were doing, let them there now. We are where we are. For me, no, nobody can make me to be disappointed in God. No man. Even if I went to you for dollar and you didn't give me, I would not say God not count to me. Not because of you. I will look at God and say God not fair to me. No man can make me to look at God and say God, you're not fair to me. No. I can't. No man attitude can make me to think that God not fair to me. So just forget about it. Men will be men. They will do what they can. That does not equate to what God has been doing for me, and I will equate it to God's own neglect. I don't do that. So we are here on the basis of facts. That's why you see you don't have to be carried away by what they say. I see the old Josh Hattie, civical basic girl, already causing the other guy. We don't buy you look for your own problem, and the citizens they are now ready for fire for fire. You can even be one of their own. You talking for. We are the day you sleep. One day they will brush aside all that Google talk you've been talking. They will brush you as if they haven't ever seen you before. That's how terrible CDC is now. This is a message to Unity Party folks. 2029. The CDC you used to know is not the CDC now. That fire for fire CDC now. They're not taking anything lightly anymore. They're not taking anything lightly anymore. So you see how they're descending on well? They ain't jumping. Now I don't care who are calling Joe. We are the way they descended all Jamaican and Lauren and all started jumping now. They say they want to go for lawsuit and thing. So you see, this is where it is now. This is where it is now. They should tell the Unity Party people that CDC is ready. Even their own president, the president responded to this thing ever since, Power Voice something. He wanted to say some things. The man they believe in now, he has changed. Because God has told him how to now manage the country and to deal with these issues. That fire for fire now. So you see, I don't know where depot or what kind of depot. Whatever it is, my brother, there are a lot of information coming up for you. That fire for fire now they put on. So they not get time. So you can even be part of the CDC. You let it, you be praised we are today. Tomorrow, sooner you sleep, they will forget about all the praises you've been given. They will deal with you as if you have never ever. Now CDC look at now. So the message is clear to Unity Party folks. They put ready now for fire. And I support them 100%. If some of you ears will be chopped off, it will be chopped off. You got to learn these things and know that no one person born crazy child. Not one person born crazy child. In fact, I've seen and heard from Thomas Farah where they are gone. Thomas Farah recently, you were telling people that you want to say around that we are men that is. Thomas Farah, the CDC that you used to know, not the CDC again. So if you have gone to Unity Party and thinking that the CDC is that CDC you used to know, you're lying to yourself. The people are desperate. Their eyes are red. Even you, Thomas Father, you staying that way. The way they will bet you, the only reason they left you is because you're playing smart, small. The day you say you're coming outside, will not put a camp for you. You will never ever think you will ever with the CDC ever in your life, because I know what these people are capable of doing. They are ready to roast and burn anybody any day. And you saw they were dealing with Sir Joseph? You know what he put in here? Yeah, my brother. Tifa, the only advice I can give you, because today Tifa had meeting to district number 5, call all the zonal heads of the CDC there, because there's an office right close to, on the 72nd road, there's an office there that the CDC were using. So he paid the rent there that time. So he called together the guys, and then he told them that the CDC, there will be nothing about the CDC at that place again. So there's one of the guys who called him up. I don't like to call him out tonight because he put in a wish on people. So the guy told him, I asked him in a meeting, the guy said, T5, of all the things that CDC did for you for 18 years, that they rent that you pay here, you can say, okay, I will leave it with them. And you say you're coming to take the party headquarters from the CDC. Forget about it. Forget about whatever the CDC they are there. We in the district, we made you, and this is where we sit and say that. So enough about the CDC national district headquarters. You did that because we in the district, our support we gave you over the period. Now, how you able to tell thank you? The guy asking questions, they started cursing there. They started cursing, the Tifa went there. The guy then said, let me tell you something, you want to say until you go or you come down. You want to take your office or whatever it is, take it. It's up to you. So you call them today. How you coming to put a sub office there for a district, the district 5? You know how many support the garden gave you over the period? So even if they choose to stay with the CDC and they call that place their headquarters, that where they will be meeting. You can say, okay. So all the things that you're doing, T5, it will reach a time where people will say, okay, since you didn't give anything to us, and I just God did it. Let me tell you why God did some things. I agree that our party headquarters was demolished. But you know what God did it for? God does not want the sweat of people like Tifa then to be in our party headquarters, because Tifa believed that he and Sir Joseph and I didn't want to put money together to build a Muna Technical Center. That's what he had been telling people. So saying that is he and the other guys, you know, they are the one that were able to build that technical center. Maybe that whole thing is now destroyed. So there is nothing about him within the CDC anymore that he can say, I don't want to build that technical center. I didn't want. There is nothing about him that the CDC can remember anymore. Tifa, you just got to be careful. My brother, there is always a tomorrow. I don't care what you do. There's always a tomorrow. Me, I can be advising you. I'll be talking about Tineo. I don't get time for higher tingo. There is always a tomorrow. And think about it. Do you know why I, Abraham, we are sit on this video? I don't talk about most of my young folks from anywhere in the Unity Party. I don't talk about them. Because we always stay mate. The only person who in passing and will remain in passing, that Joseph Boga. Because he have decided, and I have all reason to do what I'm doing. But if you check deeply, they are University guys, and whatever they're doing here and there, we just look at them and let them pass by. Yeah. So that's what it is. So we are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. So let's go down to let's go down to what I discovered. You see on the screen here, I'm about to show you something. So that you see it. This is on March 19, 2025. Contract. They call it buses and truck supply agreement between the National Transit Authority, a public corporation solely owned and operated by the government of Liberia, located at Japan Freeway in the township of Gardnersville, represented by and through its managing director, Honorable Edmond 44, here in afternoon and referred to as the purchaser, and ABK Incorporated, the guy who got all machines and things right near, I don't know where, Harvest, I don't know, the Harvest Christian Church now, they don't change those churches' names. Oh, somewhere around there, right? Next to Liberty Party and headquarters. ABK Incorporated, a registered legal business, blah, 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 and are represented through its chief executive officer, Mr. Aliu B. Krumah, here you know as the supplier, right? So they said here, there is a document. The thing was signed, was reached. The ABK people, then what they call that something. Could you imagine? These people are very terrible, terrible, terrible set of people. But anyway, we are getting there with God. All things are possible. We are certainly getting there with God. All things are possible. That's only I want to show you quickly before we get on to the meat of why we. Okay, yeah. On the 19th day of March, AD 2025. We'll just say some things in passing in relation to this. Some of the questions that will be raised there that speaks to criminality. So, there is a preamble. They say, whereas the National Transit Authority has received a budgetary allocation from the fiscal year 2025 national budget on our Special Project Fund, Public Sector Investment Projects, PSRP, and intends to apply a portion of it towards the initial payment for the purchase of 35 mass transit brand new Tata buses, 62-seater. You all mark down these things and start to do some research, because that's something we all come into tonight, students. So Tata buses, just do your estimates about each one of those buses. Just do your estimates about each one of those buses. Brand new. I don't say go do second hand Sunday. Tata buses, 62-seater. 62-seater Tata buses. The estimated cost. Just do it and then you just leave it in the comment section. I would try to see that, because we're doing it together. We are all doing this together. Then they get 20 mini buses. They see Tata buses, 20 mini buses, 18-seater, right? So we have 62-seater Tata buses, the big ones. Then they get 20 mini buses. We talk about 18-seater. 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 Get that one clear. Then they talk about 5 heavy-duty Sino trucks, cargo trucks. So the Sino trucks, that Sino truck that you can be seeing, my man got one. My man Jim and J got one. And he's what they call it. I know how much he bought it, right? My man got one. And I know what all it takes. And it took him to get it here. So 5 heavy-duty trucks, Sino trucks, cargo, to beef up the numerical strength of its limited operational transit buses and enhance efficient, affordable, and reliable service delivery, as well as cargo handling, to ease the transportation needs of the Liberian people in consonance with the infrastructure and business services. So we agreed with that, right? So we now know that 35 buses, big ones, the long buses, 18-seater buses, 20 of that. Then we talk about 5 Sino trucks. They say that one they will be using, I don't know, to be taking goods or whatever, as part of transport people, goods and things, which is always a good idea. So they said the ABK incorporated with track records of blah, blah, blah. That lead that one there. Your business. Then we come on to the issue about, they said the ABK shall procure and supply the aforementioned buses and trucks to the National Transit Authority in collaboration with Tata Motors Limited and China National Heavy Duty Trucks Group. Sino Truck. Tata Motors and Sino Truck. They get Tata Motors here. And the Sino Truck Group, I think they get their own group there. So ABK will get a contract and get it to these people, get it on a share, get the other people on a share. That had the operating ABK not get nothing sound of its own. The Tata Motors people, they are here. The China National Heavy Duty Truck Group and the Sino Truck, they're right here. So they give it to ABK. Why? Because I don't want to go be taking the money and carrying it to these people. That's how they do it, because they want to pass it through a Liberian. So it appears that it's a Liberian, right? So that is all that I wanted there, not issue. I want not issue. They want to make the man a Liberian man something. Let it that one there. You will discover that in these quantity of buses, I don't know what sort of contract is this. This contract is reached between ABK Incorporated and that of the National Transit Authority. The amount in this contract is 3.9 million. 3.9 million. That's why in this contract they said the parties have annually agreed that the delivery of the vehicle shall be at a free port of Monrovia and shall be specified, qualified with the total contract price of 3,900,000 and almost 4 million. Let's just put it there. 940,000 United States dollars. This is total amount inclusive of handling, port charges, and duty. NPA get duty free. Port charges, this is something that coming for public corporation. You see, they put everything inside it and say 3 million. Over 3.9 million. Let's just say 4 million. You see what all they put there? NTA get duty free. They put it there and all. People, you know, these guys, they are rogues. They are thieves. And this is what it is. There is a total amount, right? They said the payment term. They said The parties have agreed that upon the signing of this contract, as of the 19th of March 2025, and a receipt of 500,000, $500,000 initial payment from the purchaser to supplier. This is to say that the National Transit Authority, the government of Liberia, budgetary allocation, the supplier shall supply the NTA the total quantity of what? 35 mass transit brand new buses, 62-seater, 20 mini buses, 18-seater, and 5 senior heavy duty trucks within 3 months. That means all the buses supposed to be here in 3 months. After you receive the $500,000, they received that money ever since. How many buses they just brought? Let me that one there, not an issue. I just want to tell you some of the things because of their own contract. Within 3 months. Where are we now? From March 19, they collected $500,000. They shared that one among themselves. The buses were not in country. They just brought 3 or 4 or 5 or 7 buses. They're passing around with that. The trucks are not here. The mini buses are not here. In 3 months, they want to bring this. This is what it is. They want to say what? They balance 3,440,000 United States dollars will be paid by the purchaser in 2 years. That means the $500,000 they will give you that for you to get all the trucks, the buses, and everything as of March, April, May. By May, we had expected those buses here as per the contract they signed. June and pass, July and pass, August and pass, September, October, we're in November now. They say, I didn't bring something and the people see it. They have, this is a criminality associated with this deal. That is not it. They want to get default and of course not waiting, not default and of course breach of contract and all of those things that we're highlighting now. They leave that one in there. Because $500,000 was given just for that. They said the balance was going to be paid in 2 years. Blah, 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 in installment. They get that installment in there. So year 1, they put that one there. Year 2, they put it one there. Year 3, they put it one there. Blah, blah, blah. Good. Let's leave that one. Then they get year 3, year 2, year 3. All the installments are on this contract. Right? Let's come to purchase price. That's something I want for you to capture. Let's leave that one. Let's leave all of these other stuff there in the contract. Let's come to purchase price. And something I want to show you people. God is wonderful. You will not learn these things here, especially if people like us were not here to, what they call them. All right. Scope of works. Article 2 of the contract. Scope of works, quantity and price. Scope of work, quantity and price. So on the scope of work, they put that for the duration of this agreement, the supplier shall be responsible to supply the purchaser of NTA and all spare parts required with cost attached for the maintenance of the vehicles purchased from the supplier. The cost attached, they must be able to bring that, the cost attached, but it's not reflected in the contract. The cost must be attached, but it's not reflected in the contract. Why do people do bidding? Why do people do bidding? You teach me now. You teach me. You people are the procurement officers and so forth. Why do people do bidding? I may not have in-depth understanding about procurement activities, but the only reason people do bidding is to study quality, quantity, and price. Those are the key things you want to know in bidding. So Abraham Will wants a transmitter for this station. They put out a competitive bidding. John Brown saying he's able to supply this transmitter. This transmitter, he's able to provide this transmitter. This is the quality of the transmitter he's able to supply. This is the amount that he's able to supply the transmitter for, because this is the amount that we have in the budget. So the bidding will be able to tell you how much each one of the transmitters will cost. So we grab everything and put it together. Then we check in, we open the bids. Then we check now that John Brown brought the same quality specification, but at least with lower price. Right? So we'll go for John Brown. In this case, it appears, because in this entire contract, They did the breakdown of the specification of the vehicles or the cars or the buses. They failed to tell us how much each one of the buses cost in this contract. They didn't put it there. Because under the scope of words, quantity, and price, they said for the duration of the contract, they do spare parts, and we've cost a time for the maintenance of the whatever. We don't know. That's what the bidding is supposed to be, so that we know. With the cost and everything, we know the quantity, how much each one of these things cost. We know it. We know how much each will cost, because that's what would bring us to the total figure. To know that they 67, 35 digital buses that we have, that is what each one of these buses will cost. For the small one, it will cost maybe 15 naira. For the truck, the BB trucks, the truck will cost this. So we will put all together, that is the amount it will cost. Then we come now to say, look, all duty charges and other things, they put duty charges and all that, and we know that the government bus. If George Weah can bring buses in this country from China, from India, free, duty free, because of public service now. Then you say you put duty inside to steal again when the NTA get duty free. Because for public service, you're not coming to come, how much profit you can make from the buses. It's not private venture. It's public service only we're discussing here. That is why duty-free privileges come in. Because it is not used for profit making. That's why state-owned enterprises, they have a lot of leverage. There may be disadvantages associated with it, but they are not there for profit making. So as a result, they will benefit duty-free. These people telling you in this contract that the 3.9 million is for duty, port cost, and everything inside. Could you imagine that? Then they did not specify how much each one of the buses cost. They didn't tell you it in the contract. It's there. The contract is there. I will be able to upload it. You'll be able to see that. Buses and truck supply. There's what they put here for scope of works, quantity, and price. Then they come to contract price. They only come to contract price, right? There is it. They jump from that. They came only to payment terms. Chief, we're talking about what? Quantity, right? Then you say the scope of what works, quantity and price. Quantity, you got to quantify it. The same way you came down here in your payment terms, you broke it down, and you came down here to what thing? Let me see the area you broke down, the buses specification, the specification of those cars. You broke it down too, right? There is it. This is what you did. Specification standard model. You put everything here, right? So we now know the specification, the standard, the model of everything, blah, blah, blah. We get everything right here. So why you never included the prices of each one of those buses to say, look, 65 times this amount, this is what it will lead to. 20 times this amount here, this is what it will lead to. 5 times this amount, that what the trucks will lead to. Why you didn't put that there? You just put it together and say nearly 4 million. And Joseph Boga in his group right there. This is what it is. And this thing is signed by the Minister of Finance and Development Planning. All they care about to specify here is how they will collect their money. They will say right here, they get a special article there for that mode of supply and payment terms. There is it. They specify that year 1. 2026, the moment we enter the street, 1 billion wired to them, 1,720,000 United States dollars will be wired to them. You see what's happening in this country? When they brought only, in fact, oh God, this country. You know, people don't understand some of these things. You can remember that the ABK Incorporated brought one yellow machine. They put it on Sunday. Mama got it, and were passing around with it to fool you that indeed they brought yellow machines in this country. That yellow machine that you saw them passing around with. Accordingly, they say it came from the ABK. You know, Joseph Boga would not do business with anybody who did not have any relationship with, who does not have any relationship with them. You see what's happening? You see what's happening? These are the people that you claim to say they brought you, and this, that it is. This thing didn't go through bidding. There was no competitive bidding for this. Because if it was so, we have known it. The contract will specify that. So let's come to our elementary stuff now. Right? And that is what I will tell you for sure, because a friend of mine just bought one of those trucks recently for, they say the Tata 52-seater buses. I'm talking about 52-seater buses. I'm talking about 62-seater bus, right? So if you are doing a calculation, let's put it out. Let's do the calculation now together so that we'll know how much they are eating from there. Because we know the duty free, that's going to be duty free. They already curtailing money on that one already because they put it inside. The one that's going to be duty free, they put it inside. This is it. The one when they put it inside already, they're part of the eating there. So that is that one, right? They put it inside it to justify the money. That's why they put there. So each one of those buses, it's the 5-seater bus. The 35 buses, each one of it. If you just did your estimate on what we have, you will get it around 65. In fact, for the fact that they're buying it in a quantity, you're not even buying one. So you're not 65,000 again. So we'll get it around the neighborhood of 50,000. So 50,000 times 35. 50,000 times 35. Let's go there. Because we want to break down the money now so that we'll know what's up. 50,000. 50,000 times 35. Times 35. 50,000 times 35, 1.7. So that 1.7 times 35 or 1.7, we are getting there, right? So you have to talk about the 18-seater buses, right? The 18-seater bus, 20 of that. 20 of that, 18-seater buses. 20 of that. In fact, there's a guy who even telling me now that those buses, you can get it, the best offer they will give you for with the kind of quantity that Liberia getting from down there will go around 40,000. Yeah, somebody told me that. A guy who works somewhere there with the Chinese people there, or whatever it is. Right? So around 40,000. So let's put it, let's put it at bare minimum because I don't want to what it going, but let's put it at 45. 45 times 65. 45,000 times 65. Yeah. 45,000 times 65. No, not 35. Not 35. Now this is 65. 35. Okay, 35. Okay, count to 1.5. Right? So we get 1.5. The 18-seater buses, he was talking about the Tata Motor, the 18-seater buses that they have down there. It's not around, he said it's around 10, 12,000. 10, 12,000, something like that. Right? So let's just put it at bare minimum 9,000. So we'll get, we have here 1,575,000. We are doing the math here. 1,575,000. 1,575,000. Right? We are getting there. 1,575,000. 1,575,000. So this is where we are, right? 1,575,000. The problem was very keen. These guys really keen to steal. These guys really keen to steal. So 1,575,000 plus 9,000 times 20. 9,000 times 20. So let's go at 9,000 times 20. Because this is where we are getting. I just want for all to get the figures correct. And 9,000 times 20. Let's go there. We are doing this math together. I don't want for anybody to think that we are doing our own thing here. So let's do this math together. So we are certainly getting there. So we get 1,575,000, 000, right? Plus 9 times 20. 9,000 times 20. Because not here for routine on there. 9,000 times 20. 180. Got 18 now. So you see where we are getting now? Plus 1800. Wow. We imagine. So just in the neighborhood of let me get this thing straight. I'm begging you. We are getting the price here there, Corel. We're not going to come make things obvious. I'm sorry. My student and your sorrow equal plus. Oh, yeah. Good. Brilliant. We are getting there. We are getting there. Hey, the people are okay. All right. So that is it. Right? We get that one already clear. So we'll talk about 9 times 20. So you know now that we are getting the 9 times 20. 9,000. Sorry. No, 9,000. 9,000 times 20. 9,000 times 20. So 180,000. So plus 180,000. So that 1.75 we are still on. Right here. 1.75. That means that 1,755,000 at these rates. Then let's go to the trucks, the single trucks. So the single trucks, they put it at $65,000. Let's put it at 65,000. Which of course I know it can be at 65,000 because my main boy owns 65,000. But I know it will not be 65,000 owing to the arrangement that are going on now. But let's just put it at their best price. Yeah, 65,000 times 5. Yeah. 65,000 times 5, it will be 300 and more thousand. So 325,000. Hey, people already chop. Hey, these people will chop. Plus 325,000. So 2,80,000. 2,080,000. That's all. Could you imagine? Then subtract. We're coming to the subtraction now. 2,080,000, right? Yeah, we're doing the subtraction now. Whoa, these people, they are rogues, complete thieves. So 2,080,000. Let's take out this. Let's take out this from there. Manons. Let you put a manon. Any figure I can, what will put a positive to? Manon 3,940,940. Hey, 940,000. They got 1.8 million that the garden sharing among themselves. 1.8 million. You see the amount the garden eating? 1.8 million. That's what they are sharing among themselves. You see where we are? Yeah. Yes, one of my students even said it. He said the price of is 49,000. Yeah, USD includes delivery and most West African ports, and it may slightly lower depending on the destination. For Congo, the delivery cost for more than around 55,000. So you see there now. So you're seeing what we're talking about here. These people, they are rogues. They are stealing from you people. Since they get in, they have million. They grab that money, they eat it, they share it among themselves. The bosses couldn't come. The pressure keep mounting. Then they just brought few of the bosses. The contract says, when we give you that $500,000, the trucks should be in country in 3 months. Those many bosses should be in country in 3 months. The how do you call it? Those 35-seater buses should be in country in 3 months. That their own agreement we are talking about here. Those bosses, I told you people from day one that the brother I said somebody was stealing from somewhere. Now the documents are up. Signed by Augustine Gaffouin, my own prof, but they say my prof was able to PP it. Somebody PP on his behalf, right? Yeah, these are the signatories. These are the signatories. These are the signatories you are seeing there. Edmund Ford's signature is there, right? They got witnesses and so forth. Then the AB guy, the AB corner guy's signature is there. Then for Oswald Toy, somebody PPA for him, and somebody PPA for him. Then Augustine Kwe Gafuan, he signed it. The finance minister was able to sign this. You check it up, this truck, the whole deal, they didn't go through competitive bidding. There was never a bidding done for it. Because they wanted to steal. You see, this country is an interesting country. Joseph Boakai and his group of people who have just come to power to steal. You can see it clearly. Hey, you say, oh, see these people can steal. Oh, Joe, we had this down. You need to see the kind of document. You need to see the kind of deals. Joshua went and brought in buses, brand new buses from India. 45. Joshua grew and said, Jeff will bring the duty free something and thing, and you put that money inside it. No. Duty free, that is free. Government getting buses for public facilities and thing, duty free is one of the grounds for which you have to get duty free privileges. That's why you see churches and things, people get taxed them for things, they can tell us duty free and things because you bring it, you're not making profit out of it. To run these buses, not for profit making. So why would they say as part of the 1 million, the 1 million and some more, or the 1.8 million that they're going to chop there, that we're going to do the duty free and things. These guys will continue to steal from you people. That whole NTA there, they got some cuckoo people there. I will not say everybody there, the robot. That whole other brother knows how we can see. Who can, I know they say he can see or whatever it is. Sometimes they say he can see. But he ain't all sitting down there, they stealing the country money, and he not talking nothing about it. Maybe he eating some. So he fellow blind people in the street, they are there protesting why he's sitting down there, and they allowing these kind of stealings to be going on. The government is stealing people. You're suffering, then you're suffering in vain. Because all the money then it will have come to you people for you to benefit, for you to enjoy yourself. But they are stealing it. They are stealing from you people. Could you imagine? Gosh. Anyway, today the holiday, a hint to the wise is quite sufficient. I just only came here to lay the G's on your name go on business. Thanks so much to all of you for the time. Let's get to the line. And we are ready. Ego, this country. People go to jail. After any companies there, all that do the kind of thing that they ABK, blah, blah, blah. No, any company, let me tell you now. You know, I let warn people ahead of time. Any company that thinks that you will run with the government because the government are reckless government, whatever it is, your company will be delisted from operation in this country. The day we know that you were able, in fact, to tie you people to the kind of criminal thing, because you are there passing through contract and so the order report them when you come out, why we're going for the companies involved. To say, how did you derive at this? Did you pay for duty-free privileges? Where? Did you pay for it? Did you pay for duty? How did you do that? So all of today is so that you leave it. We are talking about all the talk. Let's get to the line here. At Thanksgiving Day, let's give God thanks you for giving us this information. Then we'll go about our business. Let the stealing continue. Let the stealing continue, yeah? Let them continue with their stealing. We just want to tell you, you're suffering in vain. So you just know. Anyway, we're getting there. Hello, how are you doing? Let's get on to this first call. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, let's hear from you.
Yeah, my name is Samuel. Samuel Pati calling from New Matale. CDC Samuel.
Okay, Samuel, let's hear from you, please.
Yeah, they probably people, when you can check for the more criminal from under the water that the people. Well, the thing that we do to the people here, 2029, we will not deal with the devil, but we deal with the
What thing you done with the Skeleton?
Skeleton. United Skeleton, Daisy?
Eh?
Okay. We the one with test with that Skeleton, and we challenge them. They said when the chief Skeleton said they were anyway, you said you AB, you know that when chief Skeleton coming to you, and you run away.
Yeah, you can run away.
Okay. That will rub behind the people there. I get to it now.
All right, Sam. Thank you so much, Sam, from Nima County. Let me get on to this one. Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, bro. Good afternoon.
Yeah, how you doing, boss man?
Thank you. This is Lucien calling from the USA.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for the show, bro, AB, and thank you for the education. You know, like I say always, bro, AB, Liberian people should not think that under Unity Party, any different will be made, bro, AB. Joseph Boakai said it, that under the United Nations watch for 12 years, they squandered all the opportunity that Liberia had.
Mm-hmm.
So Liberia should not think that 6 years, Joseph Boakai, a criminal would do anything. The same people that were sitting in the 12 years, these are the same people.
Yeah.
Still over there.
You're right.
When you look at the document that you just displayed, these guys know that Liberia can take action, but AB.
You're right.
If some of these Liberian people were following what happened in Tanzania, the citizen burning down government building, burning down government building. The country will work. That country where everything will in there that says here. I wanted to continue to relax.
Mm-hmm.
We say, oh no, that just says here. But every year are on you and myself age, it will be 36.
You're right.
In a 6 year, we cannot accomplish anything. Then we also will not mean business, but AB. Liberian had to wake up and really see this country, but AB for 178 years. When will we get it right? You got people going around, some of them get their own signal running into their vein, they wear a weird, some of them are trying to doctor to prescribe people illness in Liberia because we ourselves will not pay attention to the real thing. We the citizens are the only people will be able to make Liberia change, bro, AB. Everyone for Liberia to be changed. When Liberia to change in one day time, it can change, bro, AB. Until then, we continue to sit down, people continue to lie and steal, bro, they're stealing in front of us without nothing happening. Thank you, bro, AB, for the time.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. We appreciate that. Let me get on to hey, Priscilla Pine. Sorry, I will get you back on. And I don't know how to get you back, but sorry. I wanted to block, and then Priscilla just came in like that. Sorry. Priscilla Pine, I will get you right back. Yeah, I will get you right back. I will certainly do that. Now I will do that. Don't worry. Any of my students, if you can get Priscilla Pine back, please try to get her back for me. Yeah, Priscilla Pine. I just mistakenly block her, please. Yeah, because I'm blocking one reckless person. Hello, how you doing?
Hello, teacher Lai.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is William Bro.
Yeah, bro, let's hear from you, please.
Yeah, you see, these guys and the UP people, they are very criminal.
Mm-hmm.
They knew that their bosses never came in full and all the crooked thing they brought about distraction.
Mm-hmm.
You see, teacher Lai, the 45 buses that came under President Weah were all donated free.
Mm-hmm.
That brought in paid dime.
No.
Today, you got 7 buses that came. They ain't able to account for the balance 28. Now they are talking different story. Look at that amount of money for the buses that you see there. Everything about them is about designing strategy to steal.
That's it.
Nothing more, nothing less. Design strategy to steal. The guys are stealing massively from the Liberian people and at the same time firing the people. That's why they always involved into. So Liberian people, they should just open their eyes. Because sometimes when you see them running around with their news, you just got to be brilliant to see and observe them very well. The UP people, they are not correct people for our country. It's just sad that we have them in power, teacher. And thank you that you keep helping to open the eyes of our people and let the people continue to watch them and take note about them.
Right.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, bro. We appreciate that, my brother. Thank you so much. We are certainly getting there, and with God, all things are possible. Let me get on to this one. Hello, how are you doing? Yeah, sir.
Brother.
What's up, Chief? Wish you the same.
Yeah, okay. I'm driving between Iowa and Minneapolis, so on the highway.
Yeah, no problem. Go on.
Well, anyway, every to call a spade, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe that the only way, see, when you are looking at you to be, maybe somebody that will be one of the justices in Liberia, on the best government.
Mm.
But one of the things that might bother you with all the passion you get to prosecute people will be that because people see that they will talk about corruption and when they claim power to not prosecute the predecessor, it's because they'll be like, my man, ain't the man let go. So I come in never come after all the I had all. That's why you see.
But Chief, in relation to that, did these United Party people, less CDC people go? The men are looking for a thing they don't just get it at all. Who told you? I beg you, yeah. The UP people that jump behind CDC, all the 10 new position people, just common allegation to remove them. Then a CDC will cancel. In fact, then CDC will be crazy to think that they will not take action. It was the CDC that let United Party people go. But United Party people, they didn't let them go. You think, I beg you, my brother, tell that thing for that. Maybe just the minister, the people will feed it. Because they must say that in corruption things there. Because I will not even be corrupt if I will even let them what they call.
I say it there every day. People who are our policy leader today, we all grow in the same in poverty to become policy leader. I can become policy leader tomorrow, you can become policy leader tomorrow. Or the leader tomorrow. And I tell you that I enter that capital day 2029. They will get prosecuted in other party people. My traffic will be president 2036 will be about to get I can let it me for 2 years.
You're right.
Because they couldn't get up they couldn't get up be a jail. The things we ever did. People after all, we're gonna show anything going for the church after us. Our parents will be our parents to get around or when they are together. Who will go play again? Who are you going to play? Just we're going to play on Jawia, we're going to play on Step Brother. We're going to do something to put us on track. But who care more? Don't spend step there and go. When that brother on Jawia and say, no, who are there for us? We are there for money. Stop morale. Or because they still have to work for themselves, they don't care. Right? Nobody tell about brothers. I can't bring. I bring 2 or 7 or 3. It's not just good. I want to see what this is going to do because they're not going to see it's going to come by power. I want to see what they're going to do to try to keep this guy. That's why I'm going to be on that. So that's all, brother. I think I'll tell you how to tell you all the information.
Okay, my brother. Great. We appreciate everything. And Emmanuel Gomez, my friend and brother, will get to you shortly. And thanks to all of you. Female line. Hello, how you doing? Yeah?
Yeah,
yeah.
Thank you very much, my brother. No, my brother, I talked to you last time. I said 2029. Well, Joe, we are coming to power. You know, but they listen to what they're listening. Joe, we are yesterday. Will not be Joe, we are now.
They don't know.
CC yesterday. They will not be CC 2029. This is 2005. I said, yes, man, I'm telling you, our mother. So when you respect our political leader, we will maintain a peace on the country. We are political leader working with you. We'll maintain a peace. But you care our people to go to the nine. That's how to the fire color. We're there with you. Because our political leader with you. We'll talk to us. 2029. The political leader that we're breaking. And a new political leader that come from heaven. The spirit of God that in joy we are. And now the one that was in joy we are yesterday. So now when we come, it can be my mom or my brother right next to me. When you corrupt, but Joe, we are not saying action against my brother. I will go against Joe. I will not lie to you. So that's what now when they listen to us, whatsoever they are stealing from the country, even they go to Guinea, they go to Africa, they go to Freetown, we will check them and bring them back and we'll prosecute them for suppressing the country. I tell them what they can't rest you, they can't see anywhere they go, we will collect them and bring them. Joseph Bogashi are stealing the country. We will prosecute them and prosecute them and bring our money back. Thank you very much.
Thanks, man, for your contribution. I appreciate that. My friend and brother, go back. Yeah, from my lucky brother. And yeah, okay, let me pick you. Yeah, so that you have your say. You really, just talk except for being online. Yeah, we are getting there, no matter what it is. We are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. And we will certainly get there. And we are working together for the good of the country. And we will get there. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. How you doing?
My name is Ishmael Kamara, and I call you from Kingswood tonight.
Yeah, Ishmael, let's hear from you, please.
So the question I want to ask is, what difference has this president come with? Because we recall President Boubacar, he actually tried to indict Madam Salif in this country. He told us that it's squandered opportunity. And that was meant to tell us that Madam Salif actually did not manage the country very well in 12 years. And so all of the bad that happened at the time, he tried to take himself up. But the good thing that happened in our 12 years, he was a bad. Now, today, the people decided he had the mantle of authority. They didn't have his own government yet. Every little thing. The last time they took us, they were bringing 300 buses. On Golo, we saw people from Ghana telling us, look, those buses are our buses. After 2 days, the one that they have passing around here, they got missing. We can't see anymore. Now they're telling us they bring up 45 pieces. Okay? And we look at the document you are reading to us tonight. We're talking about the margin of $1.8 million of our money. So every little thing they try to do, everybody they must see, they must squander. No. That Boubacar and followers be able to understand that this country is not going to sit on unity party. And if the thing will govern this in this form and manner for the next 4 years, we can assure them that if that is the way the thing they can govern our country, we will send this country right now, we will massively vote them out, and they will be prosecuted for all of the action. Look, all these are going to be conducted. All those things that are happening today, there will be audits conducted, and those audit reports, they are going to deal with into the court of law. Thank you for having me, Eddie.
All right, thanks, boss, for your contribution, and we are certainly getting there, and with God, all things are possible. Well, my bad, Nulu, and Newton Tupa, they can eat me up here. I got some stuff to do. Well, what are you doing?
Yeah, Chief, good evening.
Hey, Emmanuel Gobe, how's everything with you?
Yeah, I'm doing good, Chief.
Okay.
Long time.
Okay.
Yeah. You see, AB, thank you for the show anyway, and thanks for accepting my call this evening.
Mm-hmm.
You see, AB, I just like the way you place it, especially trying to expose those guys. Because can you imagine the guys came to power, AB, just to lie to Liberians? Where in this world, the area part of 2024, the United Party people said that 300 buses were coming to Liberia. There were a lot of celebrations across Liberia. 2024 ended. We entered 2025. And thank God that you were able to show or document to us that there was a signing done in March. 2025 is just 1 month plus to an end.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the 35 buses they have brought in, only 7. So you want to tell me that out of the 300 in 2025, you brought 7. Then where the balance 28, of which you are saying that you signed for 35. So that means that 2025 will end, and at the end of 2026 again, before they will bring additional 7. And up to now, the yellow machine, the 285, 300 has not even 300. We haven't even gotten the 450. Then what's about the 285 machines that they were talking about? When will a single one come in the country? So, AB, it is just the Almighty Lord that is working. Because thank God that social media is making everything clear now. And United Party people must not say that the Liberians, they are crazy now. Everybody's eyes are open. These things that they are doing, Liberians are seeing it. And thank God the citizens will remain static, will remain together, and until, like you are saying that, CDC has scattered their whole focus. Their focus now is not about 2024 to 2029, but their focus is from 2029 to 2035. So at 35. So right now, our focus will remain for targeting 2029. So they must be there adding lazy while we continue to push at our agenda and propaganda. So thank you, AB, for having me on
Thanks
the
so
show.
much, my brother. Thanks so much, and for your input tonight. And you. Hello, how you doing?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good evening, brother AB.
Yeah, that's everything.
I want to appreciate for the show. Yeah, my name is Otis Barkley. I do join you from Montana Street.
Okay.
You see, the government, they're working the power with lies. They want to go on with lies. And they are just misleading themselves and saying they are misleading the Liberian people. So we just want to say thank you. And I want to say thank you for enlightening our country at large every day. Thank you for the show.
Okay, thank you, my brother, for your contribution. We appreciate that. And hello, how you doing? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, fine, ma'am. Let's hear from you, please.
Yeah, this is the reason calling from 16th Street.
Okay.
Yeah, Amy, I just wanted to say something. I said thank you for the show.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something that happened. I don't want to brief you on it. Just for a second. Something happened on Kerry Street today, just tonight.
Mm-hmm.
There's a man that the only thing mistakenly I never took my phone to record or to take a photo of that car. They, you know, they can get a breakdown, they can help each other and we'll stop it there or nothing. We motor boys that get to the city. There's a man who keep on one great car, talking phone, try to talk to him. I don't know what picking up for me, I was picking. I said, picking at your phone. And now they want to go. I say AB, I say DC, I say saying them, so saying me. Kerry Street. That man trying to talk to him, begging him, want to get a woman with a big drag, short, bright, matter color like. Trying to talk to the man to come and see how best you can talk to him. You know, okay, take off foot with arm man and inside the packet to get the ball, not doing nothing. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
So you take off foot with arm man and the kilo can catch the ticket, the talking ball, the carry in the barrel and to the police station. Trying to talk, yes, I say arm man just now. The point to none of the all the ball actually on the why you bomb back on the road pushing your friends, to push your friends, and I mean, just to kill amen in the paper. And let us have a black and say that well, and you stay inside. You should do that kind of thing. We're begging you don't want to accept it. What kind of attitude? I don't want to live in the country with you, the point of course you, the point to know.
Thank you so much for that information. Thank you so much. And, yeah, thank you. All right, so let me get on to the next caller. It's just that we'll just keep focusing on the next time. Please just get the information over. We'll try to do most check on it, please. Hello, how you doing? Hello, let's hear from you. Hello.
Teacher, how you doing, sir?
Yeah, fine, boss.
Teacher, thank you. Teacher, I'm joining from Nema.
Okay.
Shout to Cherry, Bam City.
Yes.
Alice Kulu, Teacher Lai.
All right, Alice.
Yeah, Teacher Lai, thank you. And Teacher Lai, for me, I would like to take this time to ask the La Branch people tonight. How well they feeding now? What the feeding they have for that country, Teacher Lai? If today, tonight, the spirit, the lying spirit for Unity Party stay using some of them. Or a state from someone. Put politics aside. Yeah, Teacher Lai. Let me give the analysis, Teacher Lai. You have the president and leader who, the party at the time, ruled the country for 12 consecutive years.
Yeah.
And on the watch of oatmeal. You are in this country, money for supply. They left the country with nothing, Teacher Lai. And when they make it the power, taking 6 more to bring 45 pieces of the bosses. Well, I your country father going behind it. And today you have 185-year-old man who have almost 3 years. He coming out today to say he coming with 60 pieces, but you only see 7 pieces. Today to sing for that, Teacher Lai. Then you want to take the kind of people serious? Yeah, Teacher Lai. So the man who spent 6 more and brought 45 pieces for you. And the man who has spent close to 3 years, coming with 7 pieces, dancing. But they forgot to know that government is a continuity. So any man bring 45, you bring another 30. Why should you be posting about Teacher Lai? But I think Teacher Lai, the messages are resonating because You are there and some of you are here. Whatever the program is on,
You're
we
right.
want to make sure
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Understand.
Yeah, thank you so much.
God can empower some of you to be able to be relaying the information to your life.
Okay.
Can you imagine? To speak. Some of the city there that are putting to just put tickets to be able to achieve further.
You say what? You say what the city mayors are what?
I say as you speak, some city mayor of the university government, they can stay and put gate to the same ticket. I'm telling you life story, teacher life. You understand? Because nothing the people will do to push to the laboratory to teacher life.
Okay. No, we'll check that one out to see where the city mayor and putting checkpoint to get money. No problem. We'll check that one.
Yeah, it's live. It's live.
Yeah, no, it's live. Hey, man, I trust you. I said we went check on it now. Yeah, I trust you.
All right, thank you.
All right. It's city mayor. That JV city mayor there, where George we are empowering the local government officials. Those chiefs then George we are giving them car, giving them gas slips so that they put gas in their car. And someone there, at least because they're not going anywhere, they will lay gas slip, they sell it, they get their lay money. And how we are treating you. We are dignifying the old people there in the villages and towns. Those chiefs never get ready. Hey, who they want? You can get there, or motorbike there, who they want? You get. You're not leading. We are going to rest. Good. And how you doing?
Yeah, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, how you doing?
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for the show. The name of me Musa G. Brown. Maybe you were saying something and you said the opposition is driving the narrative presently and have taken the government focus on what they want to do. They're confused. They don't know what to do. And I started smiling. You know why I was smiling? Because just looking for an example, it be Musa Belete. You know, Musa Belete made the government build a lot of bridges where their attention was not at that they want Musa Belete doing to them. Because everywhere Musa Belete go to build a bridge, they will go there. They say, no, don't build a bridge. We'll come start now. Government will start putting machine there. So if Musa Belete go on any road and say, I want to post more quota there, government will run there quick. So the focus of government is not to govern. What are the guys doing? These are the people that were causing noise all over the radio, all over the internet, that they are so educated to the extent that no Liberian, all of those that are behind former president, we are in the CDC, we are all dummy, we are all slow people, dull people that can comprehend nothing good. This was the message this guy gave out to all citizens that buy into their narrative. Today, these guys are so confused. Maybe I saw a lady dancing yesterday when 7 buses, when these people have lied over and again, that they were bringing in 25, 30 buses for 200 this and 200 that. They were bringing out 7 buses. And this woman was jumping, standing to the gate, talking. I mean, no shame. You're bringing 7 buses out of the 35 you were bringing. So the government does not have direction. But all I can say, I call on citizens. I call on Liberians. Let's hold together. This time around, like you said, Ebi, it's fire for fire. If you don't mind yourself, you don't mind yourself. If you think somebody will die from CDC like the way Joshua died from what they call again, Queen Johnson. If you think somebody will die from CDC like the way Tamabombo died because of Thomas Fire, those days are over. We are now prepared. The same way you will give it to us, we will give it to you back double. If you get all one, we'll give you 10. If you get all one, we'll give you 10. And we are ready to make sure we show, look, those days are gone. And we told President we are. Over and again, we have told him, 2029, no more peace sake. If the win are fairly, we give them the election. But if we win, forget it, no peace sake. We will put Labrador on flame until we can make sure who wins take the lead.
Okay.
We mean that, and we're ready to do it.
All right, Musa.
Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, boss. Let me get on to this one. Hello, how you doing? Regular lines. Hello?
What are your name?
Yeah.
This is Ruben Khan.
Ruben Khan, great to have you on, my brother.
Let me appreciate you. As I follow you and listen, AB last night when I heard that NTA was bringing their buses, I left my Stephen Tabo resident, walk quietly, sat right at the gate until these buses pass. I stay confused when people are talking about it was 7 buses. I stay confused.
Why?
I saw 3 new ones. Later, another one came. Where is an excavator? I don't know. Plus, they are old buses. When people begin to count, they say it was 7. I don't know because maybe I did not.
Maybe you were at the gate very late.
Maybe I have been one of those that every day I will talk about the NTA issue. Every day when I make my post, because you remember they started for 50, from 50 to 40, before 35. 35 came just last week about that statement after they said it was already there, which of course pressure was marked by them. Before they said, oh, in fact it is here. Then still some people begin to tell us that it is not true. Buses that are here because I know a driver that wanted some of these buses because you already been denied a supporter of the US. But what I want to say is that what is this to be in line as if Liberian pool or that they are bringing it just belongs for it's not for those who are party people. Because this vehicle that you are bringing belongs to Liberian people. But why they suppose they say under pressure, under lies? And that's why I say, many times those guys, they kill lies. And their lie is not showing like promises. Every part of them, people that even the salary now, people do not get their salary on time. October month, some people got half of their Liberian account. If you get a Liberian account, it will not be to the amount that you will get. I'm not talking about the US account. Now they are entering into the November. They are facing there's a problem with technical issue. Technical issue will extend again to on November. Every part, every error those people condemned yesterday. Maybe I took my own time across St. Paul Bridge. The damages those guys are causing. And when I compare it, like for example, community roads, that's what the former government said, president said, no, this is community road. I think we need to just reduce their massive destruction because the more you destroy these makeshift or states that are on the road, businesses will drop because many people will suffer. But those guys don't have that mind. They just destroy. Look, I told somebody I don't think the achievement of this government will be so limited. And they are getting there with destruction. People are just running away from it. Look at the Chicken Factory road. 2 contractors have come there. Nothing we are receiving. All we know that there will be this transition. So 2 years, Chicken Factory road, 2 years, where the president acquired all the major votes in Mosrado. The people are if you are someone who are carrying a permanent policy or operation, you cannot work, you have to work by yourself. Every sector is just getting worse. If you have a brother that taking me, God bless you.
All right. This is it. Thank you, Ruben. We appreciate you, my brother. And we're right here tonight. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello.
Yeah?
Right. I come here.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, this is Ronnie Caddy, 1 million we are saying. Follower of Ibrahim Kochi.
Mr. Caddy, happy Thanksgiving Day, my brother.
Yeah, we see the same.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for your top-down discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Brother Eddie, let me tell you today, the government, the people, they are liars. They are hair can lie, but their followers can lie.
Okay.
The people, we be talking the thing from now to judgment day. They don't have nothing to show to like black people. The only thing the people they good are stealing. The people will make the country, and now any government that comes in power when CDC can in power, it will be very difficult. So the only thing I will tell when the decision when we come back to power, we not here for the person of my brother and sister. We got to hold these people and tie them for destroying our country.
Okay.
Yes.
What do it?
Because nothing. The people then want to put him inside. The people that can compete with Jovia. Jovia is a celebrator. You cannot compete with that kind of man.
You're right.
Because you don't even have the will of me by competing with that man.
No.
You are dancing with devil. Yeah, we are not dancing with devil. So the kind of person you can't compete with them. That God bless him. God send that man, and this man he the one will come and take the calamity from over us. So thank you.
Thank you, boss man, for your contribution. Let me get on to the WhatsApp line. Hello, how you doing?
Good evening, my dear brother Abraham William.
Yeah, how you doing, sir?
Okay. By the way, introduction, I'm Mauricio calling from Minnesota, the United States. Okay. Yeah, quickly, mine is not about politics. It's about our country. It's about very stuff. Yeah, to be honest, Liberia is all that we have. The reason why I decided to deviate from politics is that today it is politics that destroy our nation every day on an everyday basis. Even a child born today want to enter into politics. And our politicians that today that we all entrusted with our wealth and what have you, they are not really been helping us. Anyone that you put there today, tomorrow, you would after he himself and after his family. That's been very, very bad. We can come to other countries, we see things happening, but when we get back home, it's a different thing. Completely different. Yeah, that's how it is. Okay, my issue immediately is about you, the Abraham man. I'm so sorry, my brother. Yeah, I saw your post. People posted a lot of things about you on social media. I think over 4 or 5 different occasions about you dying, and people bury you and say a whole lot of things. When I come across it, I always make a lot of comments on that. This is not a good thing for our nation. It is not a good thing to wish wickedness for someone. That's not politics. And just recently again, I saw on We Are people brought a lot of things about We Are. And to be honest, I do not belong to any party. My brother, from the time I was born, I alone. Liberia will win today when it becomes to Nima County, you'll send it to Nima. Tomorrow when it belongs to Lofa County, seriously, you'll send it to Lofa, let Lofa check them on itself and pick somebody. I mean, it's a rotational thing. And that when you get there, it leave among the people. But our politics today, it really destroys us.
Okay.
So when I saw this post, I really feel bad. Yeah, I mean, I really want to talk to us as a Liberian to stop that.
All right. Thank you, my brother, for your contribution. We appreciate that. Let's keep. Hello. Yeah, how you doing?
Thank you. Maybe I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I call from a Propo Kono, down Coast Spoon Hill, Western community. Ebi, thank you. Ebi, and always, I will always give thanks to His Excellency Dr. George Manawia for what we are saying today. Ebi, Unity Party and Steady, they are no different. The people that presided over 16.5 billion, and today, when Rwanda they are success story, like today is just like a bad year. So those kind of things, it's not strange. These guys are criminal minded. That's why they were causing loss all around here, because there are others that say when the criminals are not given chance to steal, that's the time they sound the loudest. That's why you saw them over the last 6 years. They were making all the loud noise around here. Look at what they are doing at NTA. 1.8 billion is going in shambles, just in few people's pockets. And also, I want to tell them, maybe what happened in 2023 or before 2023, these guys use insult and intimidated us. Going forward, 2029, we're not taking money. We are now prepared, most especially with the opportunity that will give Joe Biden to serve as president. That he's not performing President Weah. And President Weah have now shown to us that indeed he has the mind to develop our country, unlike Joseph Nima Bagai, who will not take this thing from them anytime. Anytime they come up with anything, they'll be fire for fire. And we are prepared for that because we are putting 2 persons on the radio, and we know that President Weah can perform more than them. President Weah gave us free buses. Today, they are bringing debt to us, about 3 point some more million debt to us. Yet, we know that President Weah is indeed
the rebel president. So going forward, we'll defend him and defend him to the letter. Thank you very much for always giving us the opportunity to always make our presence on national issue. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. I love it. And we are setting together. Folks, Bobby Nice says, my man, let the people say what they want to say. And of course, we really appreciate that. But again, he has said that indeed, especially when we come up, and we have shifted the Unity Party's attention to what? 2029, and they will keep stuck there. They will be stuck there. Because we are not changing anything around for them. They will be stuck right there. Because they have no focus, they have no agenda. Have you ever seen the rescue agenda or whatever it is? I don't know how they use to call it agenda. The way we use it here, but Popo agenda for prosperity and development. You don't hear about any agenda of the rescue because they never even drafted it, they never launched it. There's nothing about it. They're just running on just autopilot. That's what it is. And I really appreciate all of you for the time. Let's keep praying for our country. Let's thank God so much for the peace. Even if you don't want to thank God for any other thing, you got to thank Him for the peace you enjoy. For giving you the courage to withstand this kind of wicked government and still managing to go through. The question is, how did we get here? If someone asks you the question, how are we managing? You got to be God. That is the reason why you should thank God on this kind of Thanksgiving. So thanks to all of you for the time. Until we are back here, God's willing, on tomorrow. The diaspora team is going to be here. Yeah. But again, we are certainly getting there with God. All things are possible. You are for pleasant time. Bye-bye.
There is a man to pray. There is a God to ransom. You didn't bring me this far to leave me, to leave me. Where there is a man to pray, there is a God to ransom. You didn't bring me this far to leave me, to leave me. My friends in the building.